Hashtag doubt the doubts. Have
Yeah.
faith in your dreams. Don't have faith in your doubts. And I know there's going to be doubts coming up along the way because dreams don't manifest in split seconds. There's a journey. During the journey, when that doubt comes in to that mind, stop, cancel, clear, get the F out of here. Okay? The F stands for fear. Or you could use the other F word, that's fine. But hashtag doubt the doubt. Have faith in the dream. Don't have faith in your doubt.
Hello, welcome to our show. This is definitely my honor to have Joel Solomon for today's show. Hi, Joel. How are you?
Great, Sonny. Great to be here. It's such an honor and a pleasure to be here. So thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, I met Joel through other networking event. He's hosting free masterclass and have this consultation call with people about their financial freedom. This is an opportunity for us to talk about possibility and along with his journey. Let me quickly read through a short bio about Joel. Joel is a finance, mindful money expert and prosperity coach. He's an award-winning TEDx speaker, workshop facilitator, and frequent television and podcast guest. Joel helps others overcome obstacles standing in the way of their financial freedom. As a former manager of a 700 million portfolio, the creator of his own successful hedge fund, and the author of the 3 best-selling books, he has learned that the true foundation of wealth is a mindset of gratitude, love, and service. So if you don't mind, would you share with us how you become the genius of the financial freedom fund?
Thank you, Sonny. Thank you for that. I started my career as an actuary, and some of you may know the difference between an actuary and an accountant. An actuary looks at his feet when he talks to you. An accountant looks at your feet when they talk to you. That was a joke. We're supposed to be quite boring people, but I've met a lot of very charismatic actuaries. So what I did at the start of my career is I worked at an insurance company coding, behind the scenes, calculating the profitability of different insurance segments. Some actuaries determine how long you're going to live. Not when you're going to die, but how long you're going to live. And other actuaries calculate how much reserves you have to put aside for future claims. So it's a very mathematical, technical job. I didn't love the job, and I did love my evenings and weekends, which were spent analyzing stocks. And I realized if I could ever align my hobby and my career, that would be fun. And so I reached out to many actuaries on Wall Street who gave me doubt, ton of rejection. He said, Joel, you have the best job in the country. In fact, the actuary was on the cover of Forbes magazine in 1992 as the best job in the United States. But finally, I found one who gave me his path, and I followed it mostly. And in 2008, I was hired by a large financial institution to manage a $300 million portfolio of stocks. You remember the Great Recession? Well, that was the year I started managing money. Trial by fire. And I did manage to generate a positive return for the bank shareholders that year. And the next year was even better, which, if you ask me, that was my lottery winnings. And I might actually still be doing that today, except there was a law passed that banks can't own hedge funds. And so we were all laid off in 2012, which actually gave me the kick in the butt to start my own company, which was my true dream. That was my true dream. I achieved the dream. I raised the money, raised the capital to start my own hedge fund in 2013. And 2.5 years later, I go to a personal development course, and 2 things happened there that completely changed my life. First, we had a guest speaker speaking for 1 hour about stocks and stock options. And when he spoke about options in particular, he made it sound easy. He said, you don't need much time. You don't need much money. This is how the rich people get rich. And options are essentially risk-free. And I was sick to my stomach. I had people tapping me on the shoulder, whispering me, Joel, does this make sense? Are options really riskless? So after he was done, we went out of the auditorium. I told him, please don't do this. He has no idea about any of you individually. And most importantly, no idea about your belief that you can become rich using options. Now, the second thing that happened at that course was we were given a wooden board 2 inches thick, and we were told we're going to break it with our bare hands. Well, there was a lot of fear in the room. The exercise was called Obstacles Are Illusions. And on one side of the board, we had to write our biggest obstacle. And then on the other side of the board, our ultimate goal, which stumped me for a while. And then it hit me. Make everyone in this room financially free. Make everyone in this room financially free. And then I broke the board like everyone else did in the room that day. Went home that night and I couldn't sleep. 3:30 in the morning, the guy was in my head. And I realized if I could ever get up the courage to speak on a stage, so my biggest fear in life that day was public speaking, I could actually tell people the truth about money, be of service, not lie to them. And then the second thing going on in my head is at 3:34 in the morning was that wooden board staring back at me across my bedroom. Make everyone in this room financially free. I think it hit me at 4:30. I jumped out of bed. I quickly got dressed. I was at my office in Midtown Manhattan before the sun rose, and I sent an email to my investors telling them I'm giving them their money back. I'm shutting down my funds. I figured out my true purpose in life.
Wow. Yeah. That sounds like you. I have a chance to see your human design chart. This is the really rare profile I see ever since. I think I read more than 500 people's files. Your profile number is 46. Maybe it doesn't make sense for you. What does that mean? But when you have any profile number with a 6, that means usually your career kind of in phases. So when you on the 30s, you're a lot of trial and heroes because you know something, but don't know how to make it become reality. Then after that, you will have another phase, which means you think that is what you need to do. And you do all your mighty, do it and committed and devoted. But when you turn 50, that is the point where you start to align with your true calling. And when you just share that, I said, wow, this is just like perfect match with what you're experiencing. Still, you need courage to do what you just did, right? To understand that's exactly the past. And regardless how much success you have in the past, it didn't excite you anymore, right? So you take that hint and move on. We just share once you step out and you have a big dream to help people be financially free, maybe just pick 1 or 2 examples how you help your clients step into the powerful financial freedom.
Yes. Thank you for the question, Sonny. So yes, I've achieved a lot since I shut down my hedge fund. I think a lot of people I know that I coach are doers, do. But I teach be, then do, then have. So how can you be more abundant? How can you live that experience? So in fact, one of my earliest clients who was a multimillionaire believed that she was running out of money.
Wow.
She was 77, worth $4 million. And the prior year she had negative cash flow. Her 4 million had gone down to like 3.8 million. So we worked on her mindset because her mindset was filled with lack and scarcity and worry and fear. And one of the things I suggested to her was for us to meet at the Waldorf Astoria at one of the richest hotels in Manhattan and just be in the frequency of abundance. Sometimes we just sat in the lobby and experienced the high vibration of abundance and prosperity. Sometimes we got a coffee or tea, but wasn't necessary. That wasn't the point. The point was to be. And I will tell you that she is now 84 and she's living an abundant life down in Florida. And she has a lot more money than she did 7 years ago. Because I also helped her with her investing. So I teach her stock investing process. What I do is I don't give people a fish. I teach them how to fish. I how to fish. And now she is fished for life. So rule number one in my second book, The 9 Money Rules Millionaires Use, is when you believe. It's your level of belief that you can make money in the stock market. I've had people come to me and say, the stock market's rigged. No way I'm ever going to put money in there. And that belief, he's not coachable on that belief. So we say, okay, where else do you believe that abundance and prosperity can flow? And I've had other people who have come to me and said 1 to 2 years in the stock market. And guess what? They have. Now, other people have told me there's no way that's possible. And guess what? They won't.
Yes. Definitely. Yes.
So I teach belief, which is rule number one. Rule number two, by the way, is trust your intuition. And I will tell you, no financial advisor, no financial planner is going to tell you to trust your intuition. But as a former hedge fund manager, I will tell you that if I didn't trust my intuition, I either lost money or made less money than if I had trusted it.
It's so true. Well, we just need to regain back that trust in our intuition. I know you're analytical. I am the scientist by trade. But we don't know how to play. We don't even see there's a magic here everywhere. But once we allow it, just open a little door, have a little fun, and, lose something, win something, it's not going to be killing us. And we can start to have more fun in everything we do, even money, right? People sometimes too serious about money. But for me, it's really an amazing game. It's energy game, right? Just like you say, you have to let it flow. Otherwise, you don't believe it flow. That is true. Because they won't flow for you. Right?
So in the 9 Money Rules Millionaires Use, you almost quoted my book. Money is energy. Money is energy. Everything's energy, but money is specifically, I said, money is energy. Yes, it's about allowing the flow. And in my last book that I wrote with Molly Singh, Infinite Love and Money, to end divorce caused by money, we created 7 money personality types. And P stands for protectionist. So if you're like this, if you're putting the money under the mattress, you're hoarding, saving all the time, you're not in the flow. And by the way, another word for money is currency. Currency, in the current, you want it to flow. You don't do this. Right. And by the way, if you're a protectionist, I will tell you right now, if you're watching this podcast and you see yourself, I'll put my own money under the mattress. I'll save. I would recommend rule number 6 in the 9 Money Rules: give. Right now, pause the video and find some place to give, because there are billions of people on this planet less fortunate than you. And no matter how lacking and scarce and worried you are about your money situation, there are plenty of people worse off than you. And by giving, you're creating flow. You're putting that money out there. And in my life, I've found whenever I've given, and I'm not doing it to get, but whenever I give from the heart, the law of generous giving, it does flow back to me. It doesn't need to be from that same person or that same time. It could be many months later, but all of a sudden you're creating flow, and the flow comes back to you as well.
Well, you intrigued my interest about the 7 archetypes or personality type. I definitely going to check it out. We all see people like that, right? We can call you gambler, we can call you saver, we can call you earner, the different people. If we can heal the relationship with money, we actually heal ourselves and heal the whole planet, right? Because we got so much of worry and fear about money or currency so long. So we always have those imprinting and fear inside our memories. In my work, I study people's spiritual genetic codes. So they all imprinted in our genetics, even we don't really know we had. been passing down so many generations. So we go by all the history, our ancestors who have not been impacted by.
Yes.
But I think you're doing such a wonderful job, other than to really let them to see the number going up in their bank account, but they also feel abundance and feel empowered and understand their archetype, and they can heal themselves.
Yes. Yes. And what I'd like to do, by the way, is give the money personality type survey out to anyone who's watching for free.
Thank you. Thank you, Joe.
So you can fill out the survey. It will give you a letter. And if you want to know what that letter means, jump on a free call with me. I'll explain the 7 money personality types and how, most importantly, because this book was written for partners, how you can adjust to the others in your life. It could be a partner. It could be somebody in your business life. If you're doing a joint venture, it could be a colleague. And so if you know what your money personality type is, you can shift a bit to adjust to others so that you're not creating this friction.
Sometimes we just get used to the pattern, the habits, right? Oh, that's why we see our grandparents doing that. We don't even know, we don't need to be like, oh, grandparents, right? Everybody is different. But I'm just so happy you can be here and really share your messages and empower people. And I can definitely see that's what actually you want to be in the human design system. There's 4 different esoteric systems in one system. The one I really get deeper is called gene keys. I studied DNA in molecular level. But once I get involved with the human design system, the gene keys actually bring me to the quantum DNA level. And in that way, your emotion, your thought, your body, your limitation, belief system is all in. I can help them see themselves differently. Yes. So I wonder, is that okay? I can share part of your prosperity codes with you if you like to.
Of course.
When I read people's profile, I think I sent that to you, all those different spheres and color coded too. So the sequence I want to share is the blue color, which is on the top. And we call the pearl sequence. In the middle, that's a little shiny pearl sitting in there. We cannot really do anything, but we can decide to do something. We can eat different food. We can decide how to face the challenge, all the way to polish our pearl. And in that quantum structure, actually, your personal branding is on the top. Then your vocation, that's your role for your business. And the culture is your structure for your business. So on that quantum triangle, your pearl is sitting in the middle. But before we can really shine through our pearl, we have to go through our activation sequence, the Venus sequence. They are kind of intertwined. I'd call it tune up, clean up, and speak up. If you don't tune up, so you never know you have potential, but if you don't clean up that belief system, it's hard to really speak up your true voice. So for the speak out, which is also pearl sequence, once you declare what you want to do, just like you said, you declare, I want to help everybody in the room to reach the financial freedom and also empower them. You are here actually in the role as a philanthropist. Just like you said, you don't give them fish. You teach them how to become a fisherman, right? And that is actually your role in your business. You are in the rooftop to direct people to make the right decision. So you are a philanthropist in your role. And the structure, you are in the network. You have the tight relationship with your client, but it's not one-on-one. Workshop, just like you say, facilitator, you are there to create that movements for them to empower themselves.
Right, interrupt. I do have a Money Miracles membership. So that's my community that I support on a weekly basis, giving them answers to whatever question they have on money mindset, on money manifestation, on investing. And so that for me really warms my heart when I'm able to help a group of people at once answer the questions. And what's interesting is somebody will ask a question and everyone in the room will be like, oh, I needed that answer too.
That's how the great facilitator would be, because they feel safe to share with others and other can reflect back. That's just really the genius for projector, because they are not really force any agenda to other people. They are projecting out others' agenda or something, then people will start to reflect to that. That's your genius. Your potential is the leader for the future world, because we need more projectors. Particularly, you are this called self-projected projector. You connect to your love and direction. That's the G center in the human design. G center is full of love. You love humility. You love the universal things. You love your body. You love your self-expression. You definitely need to go out and speak and share your knowledge, host the workshop. So you are really doing your dream work. You are mature enough to understand you got your own power. You got your passion. And it's the right timing. And you help a lot of people by being a philanthropist. And your personal branding on the top is 46.4. Again, that 4 is a server. 46 in Asian I Ching is the rising up. So in that energy, your growth and services push you to rise up. You rise up other people with you. I can definitely see that happening already with all your accomplishments, your heart to serve, your own journey to know this is the past. So you get out all the noise. That's not that easy, right? You need to have the courage and the maturity to really make that clear cut. You start to shine through. Pearl, that is, you will get a lot of recognition. Because for projector, the best strategy is to be invited. So if you got recognized, which you already are, everybody want to associate with you, invite you to speak and that's your best strategy. People invite you, and then you say yes. Then you show up to share your knowledge. So then we can all thrive together. I so appreciate you.
Nice. Yeah, I love that. And I wanted to go back to one of your initial comments, which was everything is inside of us, right? And so knowing that, anyone who's watching, knowing that you have all you need inside of you, you are divinity, and you don't need to go searching for what's wrong with you. And because when you're doing that, you're going to find some things that you may not enjoy. And what I recommend doing, what I do with my clients is we focus on empowering beliefs, acting as if what you want to happen has already happened. You're going to the beautiful hotel and just hanging out there and feeling the vibration. And so just moving, what can you do right now? Suppose you were financially free. Where would you go? Would you go to Bora Bora or Fiji or the Maldives? Well, check it out. Check out the hotels. Go online, check out the flights, see what time, the best time of year it is to go. See how much it is to stay on that bungalow over the water with the swimming pool and the jacuzzi and the slide going right into the ocean. And know that you can go and be there very shortly. And maybe check out how much frequent flyer miles you need, or maybe check out the private jet that you would take to go there. And check out the excursions that are in and around the Maldives or Bora Bora or Fiji or whatever your dream is. And you can, that's called acting as if what you want to happen has already happened. And by putting that energy out there, you are saying to the universe, it's coming, it's on its way. So focus on what you want. Don't focus on, like where I am right now in this 3D physical reality. It's not real anyway. We call it reality, but it's not the true reality. What I teach my clients is, if you look at your bank account and you don't feel ecstatic, well, stop looking so much. I'm not saying don't ever look, but if your vibration is not raised when you're looking at it, then spend less time looking.
Mm,
But I will tell you, spend more time visualizing, spend more time acting as if what you want to happen has
mm,
already happened.
mm,
Go to the showroom, go to the Ferrari or Lamborghini or Maserati showroom and ask the salesman, you want to test drive that Lamborghini. You want to
mm.
feel it. You want to be in that essence because it's about to come into your reality, this 3D reality soon. It's already
Yeah,
here in the 5D. It's already
yeah,
yours. By the
yes.
way, there's another dimension where you have everything you want. And if you want, you could quantum jump into that dimension at any time.
Yeah, we start to practice the skill. You're 80 years old, you can do piano, whatever, whatever you want to do. It's really a choice. I mean, that's beautifully said. How people can find you and connect if they want to follow your work. Do you have websites for people to
Yeah,
follow?
so it's my middle name's Prosperity. So it's
Mm-hmm,
Joel Prosperity Solomon, Salomon,
mm-hmm,
on Instagram and TikTok. You can follow me on LinkedIn. You can follow me on Facebook as well. My company name is, named after my daughters, Lauren and Morgan. So it's SA for my last name and then Salur Moore. So
mm-hmm,
SALEUR for Lauren, MOR for Morgan.com. There's a ton of free resources on my website, including affirmations, including audio files you can download and listen to whatever resonates with you. I got a vision board on my
mm-hmm.
website. My 12 most recommended books, not my books, other people's books that I'd highly recommend reading for prosperity and abundance. And so my recommended books are on the website. A lot of great content that you could find there. And you also can sign up for my Money Miracles membership, where members have, as of July of 24, have manifested $1,988,000 in by 30 people in less than 3 years.
Wow. Very powerful stuff. Definitely. Well, it's such a good conversation with you, Joel. And I asked all my guests the same question, but I think everybody will have different answer. So I'm curious about your answer. What's your definition for prosperity?
Prosperity is freedom. It's doing what you want to do for as long or as little as you want to do it with the ones you love, where you want to do it. So I'll paint a picture. I'm doing my next prosperity coaching retreat on the island of Maldives with 100 of my favorite clients, with my daughters hanging out with me, swimming in the Indian Ocean, snorkeling, and we're spending a week there combining work, play, and having fun.
Mhm.
And it's only a few hours a day. So I'm doing, like I said, it's freedom, doing
Mm.
things that you love to do for as much as little as you want with the ones you love. That's
Wow.
prosperity.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely have this solid triangle. The love is always there all the time, right? And fun and freedom. So freedom, love, and fun. I mean, who can beat that? Like this is what a life all about. We come here, maybe people say, oh, life's suffering. Yes, but in a way, you can see them suffering, just like you said, if you don't believe it, and you will seem like suffering forever. But if you can just flip it, we can still enjoy that experience, right? So we need to get the skill and understand our life mission and more aligned, then it can create the real freedom.
And we may not learn it while we're experiencing it. If you had told me that statement in the end of 2017, where I was going through a difficult, 2007, 17 years ago, when I was going through a difficult divorce, I probably would have punched you. But now I see, and I completely agree that it was a massive learning experience. And I'm grateful, as you say, rule number 5, by the way, in the 9 money rules, I'm grateful for having that experience, because I look on the other side and say, wow, that was a ton of learning. And I'm grateful for it.
Yeah. Well, before I let you go, is any parting message you want to share with our audience?
Hashtag doubt the doubt. Have faith in your dreams. Don't have faith in your doubts. And I know there's going to be doubts coming up along the way because dreams don't manifest in split seconds. There's a journey. During the journey, when that doubt comes in to that mind, stop, cancel, clear, get the F out of here. Okay. The F stands for fear. Or you could use the other F word. That's fine. But hashtag doubt the doubt. Have faith in the dream. Don't have faith in your doubt.
Well, just like you say, it's a journey, it's a choice to begin with. So yeah, I so appreciate Joey for your time being with us. And I can picture you with the people in the island, maybe swim with the dolphins, have great success and empower everybody there.
Thank you, Sonny, for having me again.
Thank you. See ya.